Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and The Curse of Brimstone, issue number 1. Okay, now if you guys have been watching my This Week in Comics, I hate to say it, but there will be no mini riot. There will be no one-man riot because this was a good comic. What's on the back there? Oh, Suicide Squad. Gotta watch that. Anyway, so this was a pretty good comic, Like this wasn't like, grandiose or anything, but to be honest, my opinion, this was one of the better comics of this new age of heroes. Basically, there's a small town. It might as well be a West Virginian town because it's, coal used to be there, and then all of a sudden coal went belly up, and then some factories came in, but now the factories are all leaving. They're all but gone now, and people are struggling over the same jobs, and just here's this kid, and he's, he loves the town. He's young, and young people. Some of you are young people. Too much energy, man. Too much energy. You need to focus. You need an after-school special. All right, that's what you need. But like this kid, he's just like, he's got all this energy, and he doesn't know where to put it all. So his dad wound up hurting his back doing the work of literally 2 or 3 men at a factory. But they say, and you know what, at the end of the day, I think most of us working class types, we know that if the job asks you to do something, you're going to try and do the best you can because that's what's in our nature. Just shut up, pick yourself up by the bootstraps, and work hard. A hard day's work for a fair day's pay, right? The problem is, if you're doing the work of 2 to 3 people, you're not really getting a fair day's pay if you're only getting paid for one person. Right? And then when you get hurt and you go on disability, and the company doesn't care, like, oh yeah, go on disability, you'll be fine. You're getting a fraction of your pay. I don't even think it's half of your pay. It's like, what, 40%? You can't live off of that. People are living paycheck to paycheck to begin with. So I get it. And they really drive that home in this. And man, I love that. I'm not one of those people who has a problem with bringing the real world into a comic book, man. This was great. So for me, like, I read this, I'm just like, man, this comic book comes with feels. So basically, he makes a deal with an agent of the devil. Obviously, this is, play off of the old Ghost Rider thing. It's a play off of the Scarlet Letter and any kind of a book or work of fiction that you can imagine where somebody goes and makes a deal with the devil. And, devil's always got a lot of latitude, whatever. It's good. It's good. It was good enough. The worst part was the transaction, but there was so much time devoted to it that it's hard to really complain. It's like the concept itself is lame. Sell your soul to me, and I'll give you whatever you want. Man, why would you do that with a young kid where it's going to take forever for you to get that soul? Why not try to do that with a good person who thinks that he's going to be able to beat that, right? So, like, realistically, why would you ever go after a young kid's soul? It just doesn't make sense. There's all the chance in the world for them to screw up, right? And wind up coming there anyway. So it's like, oh, wow, you wind up becoming a murderer and a bank robber and all these bad, dastardly things. And, like, I would have had your soul anyway. I just want to give you great power to do it. Imagine that. So I get that. But that aside, wow, I enjoyed this. So now I really want to see what Brimstone can do. He's going to have all sorts of different, powers that are based around fire. I don't know. Will he wind up having the chain like Ghost Rider? I kind of hope not, but I don't know, whatever. I just, you know what? Like, I don't want to speculate too much on it. I don't want to complain too much about it because this first issue impressed me. And that's really all I was looking for. I just wanted to be happy with this first issue. I am. At this point, we're not in Metropolis. We're not in Gotham. We're in some small town someplace else. Yay! Imagine that. We're not in Central City or Star City. We're in some minor little, what they call it again, East York or something like that. Whatever, something like York Hills. They called it. That's what they called it. Just, this is awesome. This is an awesome comic book. I'm digging it. Oh, here's the worst part. This guy, this agent of the devil here. Like, come on, man. What is that thing on your face? Like, what is that thing on your face? They actually have it all the way here in the beginning also. Like, here, to flip up this page right here. Like, what is that? Is this supposed to be like Katana's face? Like, Katana, she's got that stupid mask thing with the dot on the front. This one doesn't have the dot. It's got some little, I don't know, letter L in there, like some Futhark runic rune or something. It doesn't make sense. Nordic rune. So, I don't know. But anyway, all that aside, I love this comic book. Oh, great, right? B+. I'm going to give this a B+. This was fantastic. What else is there to say after that? Go buy the comic book. Support a good DC comic book. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.